Adura, they would have closed down on him and established if truly he was the one talking to me and lifted the complete video to want to your 30 seconds. All this would have occurred. That time, I will only be coming out to say, Nigerians, justice for Mohbad, because at that time, if they didn't get it, probably I will be with them, or they'll be reporting back to me. But nobody will know about it. Because even when Adra spoke to me, he came on my show saying, I did not say anything about it. I spoke to him, there is no way it will be me sending one Dawala or whatever. When you said Karimo went on your page and said, you were the one even telling me what to write.
So
you don't understand?
You see where the
so at the end of the day, it would have gone seamless. Justice would have been served.
Very sweet.
But it's still a process because it's an eye-opener. Why she did that, she said she was trying to defend both of us. And I've said, ignore this woman. The bookie herself, somebody might have said, Yomi, they don't know what it is. Because they know she wants to crush the lead coming from outside. They might be using her. She might be a double agent too. But everything they were all trying to do is that, and he said, whatever it is, the truth and justice for Mohbad must not come from Yomi. What they have painted me about is what they want everybody to be taking along forever. And they are not God. Because at the end of the day, they are not God that made these people to come and shut me up. I don't fabricate it. I can never commit crime to fight for justice. Because that would be injustice in itself. I am a thoroughbred in this crusade. I am a human rights ambassador with the U.S. Embassy in Lagos and Crowley. I'm a human rights consultant with U.S. diplomacy and human rights in America. I am a convener of a human rights convention. I was a PA and essay to a state legislator in Lagos State. Honorable Omogola. At the end of the day, if you look at my dossier, why would I be going to commit crime because I want to fight for human rights? To add to that dossier, I'm a professional actor, film director. How will I now stoop low? Even if they are concocting all their lies, it's not going to add up eventually because when they call them Arojo, when they call them Ada. Àti pé gbogbo wa jọ mọ̀, àfẹni tí ó bá fẹ́ bọ́ lọ́n lé, kò sẹ́ni tí ó mọ̀ pé what happened and I published out, which is still on my page, is a statement of fact. Whether it is coming from Adura or the impersonator, provided the impersonator was also in the house that day. None of these people are saying that, the full video and everybody boy white here on show but I put phone Adura nowhere. I don't know, I saw a video, somebody sent it to me. He was showing message. One show conversation Adura. And the same person, no. To the phone here, and to my son, impersonate. Even the same white phone a while ago is already tampering with evidence. They are just being childish and making a mess on social media because they know whatever they talk about Sogade, people will still sit to them and make a mess around it. But I can tell you categorically, the nonsense that they are doing is still going to push us to that truth that will be established. Because toward this stage, even the Lagos State Police Command and whoever is helping them will say, let's just end this own nonsense. One more local and one Egberu emi lọ siru beye. E wa ma ni mi le mi pade akoko pẹ̀lú ẹ̀kan kó lọ mú phone tani. Same phone tani wọ́n lọ mú yẹn náà lè sọ pé wọ́n ti change o. Reason of finances ni pé password ti wà láti 90 gbogbo lọ. So you see that she anja for justice for Mohbad. Ni mo ṣe abo pé okay o phone yẹn ti wà exposed láti over a year ago. Make it make sense, huh? Say, show me how I got to know that the password of that phone is free. They must establish it. How did I got to know?
Definitely.
They are cooking up their story. One part of one enter for now.
You know what? Sorry. Let me just add something to that statement that you just made. Now they made what happened. One stupid. One make one statement. One nígbà tí bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ń bá tó ń bá Yomi chat, right? Wọ́n ló wá fẹ́ wo Sàló, right? Wọ́n nígbà ló wá gba fóònù ẹ̀ ló wá mọ̀ pé Yomi ń bá mọ̀ pé ẹlòmíì ń bá Yomi chat. Nǹkan tó sọ nìyẹn o. So gbogbo àti bọ̀bọ́ yẹn ti ń gba owó lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ti ń gbowó lọ́wọ́.
We have it saved. I need such stuff.
bí mo èmi àkọ́
I need that part too. Oh,
yeah, èmi kì í hàdí irú but ó sọ ní tẹ́bá lọ wo chat tí King White ṣe yẹn ó sọ nínú chat
ó
yẹn.
máa gbé já ó máa tẹ̀ irú nǹkan máa tẹ̀ tó gan owó.
ní sùúrù let's just finish. Ó wá sọ pé ó ní ìgbà tó fẹ́ wo Sàló ló wá gba fóònù ẹ̀ ló wá sí TikTok ló wá mọ̀ pé ẹnìkan bá Yomi chat. So àtìgbà tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti ń gbọ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti defraud àwọn èèyàn tẹ́lẹ̀. So àtìgbà tí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn ti ń gbọ́ tó ti ń fi the same chat gbowó lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn ṣé wá sọ pé ẹ̀rí conversation yẹn ń bẹ̀. Cháwọn ò rí conversation yẹn ń bẹ̀.
The point about gbọ́dọ̀ mi ẹ̀rí evidence àwọn tó defraud. Èyí tó wá sí jù even the same Karimo níbi àsọdùn oníṣẹ́mi nìkan ni wọ́n fi ń bóun náà sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni kò mọ evidence ẹ̀ jáde.
Even
because if that is it.
Ó tún sọ kìíní kan ó ní fídíò yẹn ju 3 seconds lọ. So báwo ni wọ́n ṣe wọ̀ pé fídíò yẹn ju 3 seconds lọ? Ṣé wọ́n ní fídíò yẹn dání?
Sẹ́ni àbí.
I don't know bóyá wọ́n send ẹ̀ sí ẹni o bóyá ó ní ó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn ni o àwọn olùkọ́ tí fídíò wà.
They must show me the video that was sent to me that they covered. A very full one. Gbogbo ìtàn sọ yẹn consolation àtàmọ̀ bá gbé mi lọ sí Ọ̀gànbọ̀ bá gbé mi lọ sí Kútúwéjì bá gbé mi padà wá sí Kòkó Michael tèmi ní pé ẹ ṣáà wọ́ mi wọlé irun tèmi fẹ́ fojú ara mi rí torí tí bá jókòó síbì mo sọ nìkan mo lè má rí fídíò yẹn o tí bá jókòó síbì mo lè má jẹ ẹ lè má mọ̀ where even gan Dàmọ́lá yẹn gan is ready to even do more so whatever it is ẹ jẹ́ kọ́ lọ́ọ́ parí iṣẹ́ owó ẹ̀. I need the truth to be out. Ṣé whatever tá bá ṣe pẹ̀lú orúkọ èmi òkìkí ló ń fẹ́ mi ẹ fi gbogbo yẹn lẹ̀ mo fọlọ́ bàbúrà wọn bá ṣe fọjọ́ kan báyìí òkìkí ni ó tẹ̀ ní level tó bá lè ṣe dé ní stage tí mo wà pẹ̀lú tí mo ṣe wọ́n fẹ́ ṣùtù ẹ̀ jáde ni natural mo ń bá lọ báyìí pẹ̀lú àwọn àdúrà kí ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti fi yẹn kún ìyẹn ò tiẹ̀ kọ́ mi Ọlọ́run ló gbé yẹn dé nìyẹn tọ́lọ́ bá sọ pé ó yá nìyẹn torí pé tó bá ti lè dánwò tí ayé tí mo ń jà fún tó bá ti wá persecute me because of that then ọ̀rọ̀ ó ti dùn nìyẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé kọ́kọ́ máa ń dùn tó yẹ kó máa clear gbogbo ìdọ̀tí kúrò at once á kọ̀ ká gbogbo ìdọ̀tí yẹn kúrò lára yàn ó ti yẹn so wọ́n máa fàájà máa kọjá ìyára wọn débi pé àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ń ta mọ̀ pé nǹkan tẹ́ ń try láti cover lélẹ̀ ẹ wá wò sùsù ìlú ẹni báyìí wá ń fi ìdọ̀tí rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ ti ọbọ̀ tẹ́ bá ti wá miss
Mr. Yomi
yóò kọ́nà ẹ bá dánwò.
Mr. Yomi
So
ẹ̀yin ẹ fi ọkàn ẹ ní sùúrù ṣe rí n tí ẹ ń sọ látàárọ̀ yẹn ẹ má gbé ọkàn yín gbóná.
Please.
Prince, let me round up, please.
Please let Amen round up so that he can drop.
Òyìnbó tó ń sọ ẹ ti pọ̀ ní tèmi so ọkàn èmi fẹ́ lọ.
Round up.
Yeah, so Mr. Yomi, as I was saying, the intention was to just use you with respect to only impersonation. Now, what they wanted, to happen was, if you had submitted that petition at Ogombo, probably what would have happened is Adura will go there.
Amen. Ẹ má tẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ kò make sense. Báwo lè fi jẹ́ ọmọ tó ń jọ́ gọ́ǹbọ̀? Mo wé kàn sọ kọ̀tọ̀kọ̀tọ̀ kí ló kọ́ mi pẹ̀lú gọ́ǹbọ̀? Ọgọ́ǹbọ̀ ó ṣe mi tó report tí mo kọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí. I cannot submit or go to Ogombo. I cannot have an idea of Ogombo. There is no way I can be have the best grade. Why would I think to Ogombo?
They wanted to limit what you would use that evidence to do. That was what it was all about.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to achieve. If I would have used it judiciously, I would have used it judiciously if Karimo did not expose the shout out by responding to Bukky as she claimed.
To this statement, right? Now, some persons will say Yomi just came because he just want to take credit and all of that. Now, you have the opportunity to just go forward and submit a petition, and at that point, everybody will come out chanting your name and all of that. But you decided to, trust one or two persons and inform them and even carry them along. And in the process, someone betrayed you and tried to use, what you gave them to, get fame, to get applaud from the public and all of that. So if any person wants to talk about if you came in here because you're looking for clout and all of that, I think this particular issue has resolved it in the mind of any well-thinking person, that if you were looking for just chasing clout, you would have proceeded with this petition without even letting any of these persons know. Now, you see, this petition being at the CID now, there is every possibility that no matter what happens, even if Adura goes to CID to say he sold the phone to Demola, it will not just be accepted and documented. They have to conduct a discreet investigation. Maybe some
what
like
you told us see police command in Kenya. What she might transfer and also stay CID going. What she exercising it.
So what they wanted was just to limit the process. Now the phone is the issue is at CID. They can conduct forensic on that phone, and it can
He said they went to CP's office. I am saying. So when they go to CP's office, CP will minute their petition to either escort in that CP's office or to the DC party to investigate. So he either send it to his escort that are domiciled in that place or to DC party to investigate. But whatever the case may be, it is important that gbogbo tó kọ síbẹ̀ are properly investigated and the truth is established. So whatever it is, irú èmi sì tó bá ti drag èmi wọ̀ help lọ fẹ́ ṣe fẹ́ mi kò sí tó máa padà ṣẹlẹ̀ sí mi. Okay, so mo kàn sọ fún in advance, I don't know whether it is true they are doing that nonsense, so, but if they even make any such attempt, I am going there as a victim because whoever they held down as impersonator wants to defraud me. But yeah. I would need to be extra convinced. They will need to do more because I will tell them to their face, this is the person that chatted with me. They must show to me that, oh, it is not Adura, it is this person, and prove to me how it is that person, and Adura is not aware, or he doesn't even know, or his consent is not there, or he's not the one chatting with me. So if they start with all the cock and bull story, they said they found the cell phone, I will ask the police officer, how did you come to the conclusion that the phone was sold? Because there are so many things that they will need to bring forth to establish that transaction, not mere hearsay, before I will believe them. So at the end of the day, it will be so wrong if they make the police officers in Lagos State. I don't even want to believe it will happen. So
see what you see the problem they would have had. You see, just like you said, even if they say Adura has nothing to do with it, you will still insist that you need evidence. Now, at this point, if they conduct forensic, they can conduct forensic on that phone and determine when that video came into that phone, where the location of that phone, was, from the time of mobile down to this point. Now, see what they would have done at Obongo. What they would have done at Obongo is, had it been it was there, this, the police officers can just say, the Adura was not involved and decide to close the case. And if you want to insist, you now have to start undergoing the stress of looking for how to transfer the matter from that station, which will be very difficult. So the division there can decide to say, yes, Adura is not involved because so thing and so thing was said. They can even say Damola made a confession that what Adura said is the truth, just to be able to establish that.
Let's wait. Let me get there first. Let me get there.
The CID, they know that it is subject to scrutiny.
If I sit here, amen. If I sit here and don't want to before I can conclude all of these things, I have to get to that place. It's either through my own petition or through their own. I'm not stopping anybody from writing petition. Petition is not you are guilty. Petition does not mean you have committed a crime. Petition means investigate. You are alleging or you are giving information. So at the end of the day, whatever the case may be, in their own petition, I am a victim, number one. because whoever they hold down as the impersonator is trying to defraud me. And they have to prove to me Adura is not involved. So the fact that Adura wrote the petition does not mean it cannot shift to his head. The cocoa of the matter is, if it turns out that you ask them to bring me in and the other guy, not knowing that you connive with this guy to defraud Yomi, he could get to that stage in the course of investigation. So they might write the petition, and I get to that same place, and while we're trying to unravel, and we start speaking the truth to ourselves, and then the people like it and say, come on, at the end of the day, it was even you that connived with the Damola to defraud Yomi, and the story start changing. Then we'll start from there. Then the second one I will not tell them is, I need to know, did you see the full video?
Yes.
It must look like the one that was sent to me. And we must see the full one.
Yeah.
We'll go in shortly now.
So, Mr.
Or you can just take your leave.
Yeah, just 1 minute.
Prince is here. Prince wants to talk.
You can take your leave.
Yeah, Mr. Ami, yeah, just 1 minute, Mr. Ami. So, what I would just want to add is this. Your simplicity when you came in, to TikTok on Justice for Mohbad is what has been abused, from what everybody have seen. You see, for example, the likes of maybe the VDM, if they say they want to do something to assist the public based on their connection, you just complain to him and you don't rush him to say tomorrow, next tomorrow, what is going on, what is this, blah, 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 and all of that. You wait and he comes back. It's similar with other celebrities that come in to assist using, their connection. But you can see that you went to discharge a particular, activity with respect to Justice for Mohbad within just few hours, because you were on another platform. They have rushed in to start, blasting and all of that. So you came simple. You were open to everybody. You had the option of restricting your activities to be very, more official, that people can just call Mr. Yomi, please, this is what is going on with this aspect. Can you assist us? You can say, okay, yes, no problem, let me do my best. Everybody will have to wait to the moment you come up with your result. But because you have mingled and, allowed everything between yourself and other persons to be like, you don't take yourself higher than any person. That is the reason why all of this is happening. So please, Mr. Ami, whatever you are doing,
I like the perfume of CK, Clive Clay. I like that one. I like.
You need to deal with. If there is anything you need to deal with, I'm opened. You can send the message. Just ask for anything. I will do a discreet work. Send legal positions with respect to a step you are about to take, or anyone you're trying to just correct or do something about it. I will take my time and do that, but I still want to believe that you have lawyers. But I think this is the little way I can contribute my quota, with respect to this Justice for Mohbad.
Thank you so much.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you so much. God continue to be with you. And thank you for standing, for promoting the frontiers of human rights. It's quite surreal. I can remember vividly with the State Command when I convened my Human Rights Summit. Let me see if I can play it here. So that you guys can see it. Okay, let me play it here. This is I'm about to play my first Human Rights Summit. Amen. It was held at the Sheraton Hotels in 2019. It was convened by my humble self with the support of my volunteers. We had a 2-day Human Rights Summit, and the title of the summit was Human Rights. Let me get the full title here. Continued human rights violation, a threat to Nigeria's peace and development. So, and this was I don't, hold on. There are so many human rights abuses, tortures going on in all law enforcement agencies in this country. Nigerians were too quiet and silent.
Human rights are those rights that you have because you are human. It's important that I also equally give my appreciation and the appreciation of Amnesty International Nigeria to the organizers and to the convener, Mr. Yomi Fabi, and his volunteers, the foundation board members present.
We cherish the privilege given to us at Inupi College Yaba to share the podium at this summit. I represent the thoughts of the college community on this important issue of human rights and particularly its value.
So that was a summit that we had in
of human rights
this is the
Human Rights, a Tool for Peace and Development in Nigeria, was chosen as the title of the summit lecture.
The power to change is in our hands, and we need to recognize that. And that we can talk today from now to tomorrow. No action, no movement. And so it's important that we can join a human rights movement that causes change to happen positively in all our lives.
Our proposition is that we all should fight for openness and fairness in the treatment of all, whether high or low, in or outside of government, whatever the infraction may be. Human dignity must be preserved.
All sort of software that can be used to know this right and encourage them to promote them in our society. So with time, I believe that the country can move forward if every individual
of human rights are well checkmated.
Human rights, a tool for peace and development.
Madam Kemi Adeliji,
are well.
That was the OC Human Rights, Lagos State Police Command then, in 2019. So I invited the CP, and then she represented the CP at the event. So that's one of
news tonight. Amnesty International please ask Nigerians to resist human rights violation. A very lovely evening to you. Many thanks for joining us on our flagship news here on Super Screen Television.
Becoming a life and death situation whereby people don't know where to go to, and people have lost faith.
Miriam, have you spoken?
It's a dangerous place to be in because it means when people don't have faith.
Naomi, thank you for having me around. I will drop down now.
All right, thank you very much.
Because it's affecting the entire country as a whole. When human rights are not protected,
Miriam, are you there? All right, J Clock, can we have you?
Hi, Mr. Yomi. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, my own is not that long. I just want to ask, how is it possible? I've been asking this question since yesterday. How is it possible for the movement to petition Iya Mohbad, Baba Mohbad, and Blessing to have access to their phone forensic 2 days before Mohbad died, 2 days after Mohbad died, to be able to get the accurate information that might have run through their phones? The reason is this. Now we're looking for CCTV camera evidence. We are looking for other evidences. Now, if the police refuse to do their job towards that side, is it possible for an independent, foundation like this to take it upon itself and say, we're going to go to the court, we're going to have the application approved, and we're going to get a phone forensic done, get a text, get a phone call, the numbers, who calls who, to be able to get the accurate time, this information of the death of Mohbad, begin to circulate around within the family? I'm sure that question is not too much.
Yeah, it is not too much, but the honest truth that I will tell you is that I don't know why and where you draw your conclusion that the police are not going to do anything, because I know certainly that if the police, while during the investigation, do not see the need, it's not that it is not, it's more occur to them. But if they do not see the need to go that route, because before the police can go that route of phone forensic, they will still need to go to court.
Yeah.
So if at the end of the day, what will the impediment or whatever will be obstructing the police not to go? It's not that anybody has told the police that don't make attempt to go and check that phone, go and or do the phone forensic. No, nobody has told them. But of course, we know for police to go and do that job, whoever is testifying or is a witness before the police must be able to prove to them in the course of investigation that there is something in the phone conversation that they should go and check.
Okay, let me clear you on that.
And then the whole process of going to court. Go ahead.
Let me clear you on that. The reason why this particular idea was brought here tonight. At first, Baba said, my instinct told me Mohbad had died. He maintained that statement up until now. Until not too long ago, when Baba himself, maybe younger brother or friend, called on a live show, that lady, that blogger, that